Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous, with me, Bring It Dawn. Let's enter Drezen, and then decide what to do after that. Let's check in with Ember first. Forgot where she's at for a second.
I'll take care of it.
Alright, same description as before. How the former Baphomet cult is doing. You know, this cult did very bad things to them. They made them hurt and frighten each other, and themselves, then lie that they didn't have a way back. They convinced them the only choice for a sinner was to sin again. They are much better now, but still, they're souls. Inside they are like my hands, all burnt. Besides, simple city dwellers who weren't in the cult don't understand them at all. They say things to them. Maybe it's even fair, but it just makes everything worse. Some people don't want to believe they repented, as if they want them to go back to the demons. But some feel sorry for them. They ask questions and listen. Those conversations make them feel better, and others might listen and not fall for the same thing. You see how good it is that you didn't kill them. Thank you. It is hard for people to reform themselves if they're essentially branded as a pariah. Where's I going? Oh yeah, let's go check out the prison.
It's time to act!
Worshipping demons, who were such idiots. The cult leaders told us there was no way back for us. Luckily, it was a lie. Thank Ember. At least she believes in us.
We do it my way.
It seems appropriate that the prison's getting fairly full with a lawful character.
I am never wrong.
Looks like Sosiel's up to something new. We'll check in with him and then enter the Citadel. We need to actually go to the shops first.
Should move. Follow if you dare.
Well, I could have kept the Blazing Crown because it is still like gives you +4 to Charisma.
I'm always ready.
I don't particularly care for the extra effect because I do have Aid, which also gives us 10 temporary hit points currently. Also forgot to talk to Sosiel, that's fine. We can do it after. Alright, the forces of the Order of the Nail have arrived in Drezen. We'll get those sent to Setsuna Shai. Collared Crusaders. A Chalaxian lord with an escort of battle slaves wishes to join the Crusade, but many Crusaders loathe slavery. They're asking the commander to free the thralls and banish the Outlander. Yeah, I think the most lawful choice... Oh, wow. That's actually lawful. No. I'm in command here. There's no slavery in this area. I mean, sure, if I was in Cheliax, the law says they can have slaves, but they're not in Cheliax, so they can get bent. So we'll buy and free the slaves. The Crusade morale increases by 25, deducts 2,000 finance points. That's alright. The freed slaves went to Mendev in search of a new home. The soldiers were inspired by the commander's generosity. So, as a charismatic paladin, I'm not going to burn the bridge by freeing the slaves by force, but we'll do it semi-lawfully. A worried aide reports that a crime has been committed in the Citadel. A few days ago, the night patrol officer, Ikem Clor, did not turn up for guard duty. An unsuccessful search for him ensued. It was then suggested that Clor had secretly left Drezen and deserted. The circumstances of his vanishing demand investigation. Well, yeah, investigate the vanishing. The disappearance of, I assume, Ikem Clor has been thoroughly investigated. Buried in rubble, Ikem Clor's body was found at the walls of Drezen. The nature of the wounds leaves no doubt that he was stabbed by a man or by someone similar in appearance and build, rather than mauled by a demon. Examination of the corpse and the area has revealed that Clor turned up to the crime site on his own volition. He then suffered a penetrating wound to the chest, which made him unconscious before being finished off. The attempt at hiding the body seemed negligent. The interrogator concluded that the murderer was in no hurry and mastered the appropriate skills, so must have left the body to be discovered intentionally. Alright, enchanting the branch of the last ash. A skilled craftsman can do some work on the relic. The relic will be augmented. 5 days, unfortunately. Alright, Outpost to Bastion expansion. By upgrading an outpost to a bastion, the commander will expand its territory for buildings, as well as allow the construction of advanced structures there. One fort at the outpost level with at least 3 out of the 4 construction slots filled can be upgraded to a bastion level. And sure, it doesn't cost us anything, so we'll just pop the Royal Conscription. After being at war with demons for a century, Mendev is accustomed to regular conscription. This event is long and tedious, but effective. Mendevian army has never knew a shortage of reinforcements. Our recruitment growth for trainable units increases by 10% for 14 days. Sure. Okay, we'll rest up and we'll set out once again. I think we're going to head to the far south. It is a bit of a trek, but I like working my way eastward and going, or starting in the east and heading westward. I'd like to bring you to a temple of Shaylin one day, make you understand that we accept everyone. You think after I'm chased out of the temple by glaive-wielding clerics, we'll just laugh it off as a misunderstanding, and go and drink some tea. Commander, please forgive the sudden visit. Nebia sent a messenger for me asking to come immediately. There she is. Hey, it's a good thing we're about to go south, because this quest lies all the way south. Greetings, Commander, revered cleric. A muscular black-skinned man wearing Hell Knight's armor is walking next to a Nebia. Despite the difference in height, he is obviously nervous around the delicate woman, looking around and biting his lip. Allow me to introduce Hell Knight, Ambassador of the Order of the Nail, Trever Vanek. The Knight salutes. Greetings on behalf of the Order. Forgive me, I can't stay. Duty calls. I have a pressing errand. From headquarters, yes. It's very urgent. Sosiel is silent. His lips are pressed together. He doesn't move. Not even to breathe, seemingly. The cleric is staring at the visitor. So your name is Trever Vanek. That's right. I serve the cause of the Crusade. It must be true. We have to take our guest's word for it. He has no documents or insignia confirming his identity. What? What are you getting at? Nothing. Nothing at all. Nebia casts a glance at Sosiel. The priest's mouth is twisted and his fists are clenched. We're happy to welcome you to Drezen, Trever Vanek. Enough. Sosiel lunges at the guest, his face distorted with emotion, and you suspect the cleric is about to throw a punch, but his clenched fists remain lowered. Who are you? How dare you call yourself by that... how dare you call yourself by that name? Got the words backwards. A scoundrel. Who, me? I'm not a scoundrel. People are always bad-mouthing us. There's a saying. The credit won by a lie only lasts till the truth comes out. Trever Vanek is a proud knight. I won't put up with slander. Sosiel, is this Trever? Of course not. But, how does he know that name? Why is he wearing the black armor? And why do these words... The cleric's voice drops to a whisper, and you don't hear the end of the phrase. Anevia, who is this? A great question. I have no idea. My guys clocked him when he was trying to threaten a merchant with his so-called order and get a horse for free. Then he gave a familiar name, so I decided to organize a face-to-face for the long-lost brothers. You knew it wasn't Trever right from the off. You saw Trever when he served in Canabras. Of course, but I hoped that meeting you would make him drop the pretense and crack. So you're an imposter? Me? No, it's not true, I swear. So I'm in prison. Anevia takes the imposter away. He follows her, unshackled. Sosiel watches them leave. His fists unclench. He drops his shoulders. What the... Where did he come from? And did you hear what he said about truth and lies? The priest frowns. The credit won by a lie only lasts till the truth comes out. This is what they say in Endurin. Trever used to say it often. Of course, one proverb doesn't prove anything, but I feel like that imposter knows my brother. Oh, Shaylin, what's going on? Commander, please. We have to interrogate him. And we'll do exactly that.
I'm gone.
You've never seen Sosiel like this. The usually calm, friendly cleric of the Goddess of Beauty is furious. He's checking the imposter, holding him by the collar with both hands. Who are you? What do you know about my brother? Speak. Speak, you scum. So we have seen Sosiel like this before with the Necromancer at Zacharias' cemetery, or whatever it is called. A brother, huh? The imposter cringes. Yeah, you do look like him. Come on, holy man. Give me a dozen lashes. The blood drains from Sosiel's face. His fingers unclench, and he recoils away from the bars. Sosiel, what's wrong with you? The priest shakes his head. It's like a bad dream or an evil fey joke. Please, help me make sense of this before I lose my mind. Who are you really? The name's Graham. Abadar knows my last name. He's got it all written down, but it's above our rank to know our lineage. The man's lip curls in disdain. How are you connected to the Hell Knights? What's my connection? I served them. Well, used to. I was a soldier in the Order of the Nail, Extirpators chapter, darn them all. Then I ran away from them. I wasn't cut out to serve like that. I wasn't a knight, not even a squire, just infantry. I got sick of getting my back whipped, so I had an idea. I hid the armor at night, and when I got the chance, I just ran. Tell me about the Extirpators chapter. What's there to talk about? They're scum, just like the rest of the black-clad brutes. What was our captain thinking when he got us hired by them? Maybe he hoped they'd knight him. Maybe he just wanted money. They have deep pockets. The Order of the Nail, Extirpators chapter, they mostly hunt monsters. You know, dragons, other beasts. Study them, stuff them. They didn't tell me what they were doing in the World Wound. Maybe they decided to hunt some distorted beasts who grew tentacles and horns because of the demonic scourge. They, you know, turn into freaks. They do pay well. They make you work for every coin. If you do anything they don't like, they beat you with a stick or a whip. They don't pity people at all, even their own, not to mention us. And the year I served them, the unit shrank by half. So I ran away. I wanted to live too much. I feel like mercenaries that get hired by the Hell Knights should have a stipulation in their contract where they can't lay their hands on the mercenary units, but what do I know? How do you know the name Trever Vanek? I was his valet for a year. Polished his black armor, tightened his straps. I was a drudge, all in all. He's evil, that Trever. A devil of a man. He had me punished so many times. A whip for every slip, is what he'd always say. A whip for every slip. You're lying. You're lying scum. I'll show you. Yeah, you're his brother, all right. He even used to bare his teeth like you do. You scum, he'd say. If your ears don't work, let's see if your back gets the message. That's not true. Biting his lip, Sosiel takes a step back. It can't be. Where were you going when Anevia caught you? Wouldn't you like to know? I thought I'd go to Mendev, sell the armor, and use the money to keep going. Didn't matter where. Maybe to the River Kingdoms. Maybe to Vrisia. I don't care. Just as long as it's away from demons and demon fighters. Where is Trever now? With the other Knights of the Pike. I hope they whipped him good for losing his armor. What, cleric? Haven't seen your brother for a long time. Give me the map. I'll show you where their camp was when I escaped. They probably haven't gone far. Sosiel turns to you. His teeth are clenched, his hands shaking. I don't want to believe that Trever became a Hell Knight. Please. We need to go there and find out for ourselves. Let's go, Sosiel. He's not going anywhere. Sure, go on. Good luck getting there. The imposter is staring at the cracks in the ceiling. You again. What else do you need? I'll leave you here for now. Alright. At least I'll get fed here. So keep in mind that Hell Knights are not easily parted with their armor. It wouldn't be easy for Trever to have just lost it. Or for him to have stolen it and hid it away.
Weapons, spells, poisons. The art of killing is so diverse these days. A shame one life is not enough to master them all.
That line is so long. Especially if Graham there had hid away the armor for any sort of extended period of time besides like a single night when he was sleeping. He would have been found out. I don't remember what level Hell Knight Trever is. At some point, Hell Knights can kind of summon their armor to themselves. We've got more Hell Knights now. Let's also take care of some Crusade management, because we can upgrade to a fort in the near future. So before you just start upgrading outposts into forts, you want to kind of consider where you're going to put your teleport circles. So the further out is typically the better. That'll save you a lot of hassle traveling back and forth. So personally, I'd recommend one over here at Gargoyle Canyon, or when you have to go back to Canabras for quests in Act 5 and... I don't think there's any more quests in Act 3. It'll save you some hassle in Act 5. And then having some over here, like Camp on the Ferry, Lands of Yath Watch, as you can't go between these two due to all these fissures in the ground. Like Gloomy Gorge, less so. There aren't that many locations up here. But definitely westward and eastward. I'm going a little out of the way here to map out some of these paths. Now, I'll never use them. Like, this is just redundant. We could stop here. Make a few visits on the way down to Sosiel's quest, which is all the way down here. So we knock out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 locations in one go. That's pretty good. Sure. I'll always get rid of him later. Alright, let's go to the Ravaged Longhouse first, since we're in the neighborhood. The name of this village has been lost to time, as well as the name of the Sarkorian clan that lived here. The husk of a longhouse, its decaying beams that protrude from the ground like the ribs of a stripped carcass, serve as the only reminder that this land once belonged to humans. Yeah, we can rest up first. Well, how exhausted are we? Pretty exhausted. Alright, yeah, let's rest up. Maybe if you stopped careening around like a runaway cart, just sat down and thought about things, you figure out how to change your life. I've already done a stretch behind bars, thank you very much. I'm not going to sit around thinking while I'm free. I reckon I've earned myself 5 years of no thinking at all. That's fair.
It's time to act!
But this area is not too bad.
Together? I'm here.
Search for the Adayana, Mimosi Travisi, Aborane Sentes, Aborane Sentes, Aborane Sentes, Aborane Sentes, Madritium Turino, Ona Adayana.
And again, I know I don't need all these buffs because I know what to expect in this area. Like I always say, there's always a chance I've forgotten something, because it is a massive game and you can't keep everything straight. Alright. Hop down this way first.
Follow if you dare.
Back up this way for more experience. Then back down, and then down here for more experience. There's some tablets. I think those are for the area we were just at, what, like 2 episodes ago?
I'm off.
Who, me?
A bright
My
future
skills are
awaits.
absolute.
Down is the heart's greatest challenge.
We will win this war.
So here we go.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Don't hold back.
Cover me, alright?
Be gone, fiend!
Yeah, unfortunately, our
You wolf.
Intimidate build my paladin does not work against undead. They are immune to mind-affecting effects. There are ways to overcome that. I believe the undead bloodline for the Magus and the Lich Mythic Path can overcome that immunity. I think Cold Iron is what we needed for one of the relics. I know we need it for multiple relics, but I think that's all we're missing for one of them.
Can't hide from me.
You should have run. This will hurt. Don't hold
Stabby or zappy? Why not both?
Kinda glad he died when he did, because it looked like my main character's about to crit.
I will lend you my aid.
If he crits,
Let me help.
everybody gets knocked around, so. Wouldn't have been a big deal since the fight was over. But it would have been a little inconvenient.
This is my kind of work.
On the brink of death. Whenever the wearer's health is below 50, each attack against the wearer has a chance to reflect dealt damage. The enemy must pass a reflex saving throw DC 24 or suffer the attack.
I'm gone.
Came in at.
We do it my way. Follow if you dare. I'm off.
I believe that's it here. So we can exit this area.
I do what I must.
So one unique item, we also get the tablets for one of the puzzles. And some experience, of course. So pretty close to leveling up. We'll probably do it during this outing, or once we get back and wrap up Sosiel's quest. The next stop is Tyrandalev's Lair. There's not a lot of fighting there, so I'm not too worried about buffing up, not having my buffs available. But I'm going to call it here, and next time we will enter Tyrandalev's Lair. Knock that out, and then we have a few more areas to go. So the plan is Tyrandalev's Lair, Heart of Mystery, Burn Down Shack, Go to the extirpator's camp, and then loop around a knapsack on a tree and befouled barrows. A little bit of fighting here, no fighting there. No fighting there, of course, it's just for reagents. Fighting here and here, no fighting here. So, yeah, 2 more rests. We shouldn't be corrupted after that point. Let's go ahead and rename this real quick. Just so I know which one is which. Alright, well, I'm going to call it here. We've got a plan for next time. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.